CorePlus gives you a huge opportunity in the future. This gives you a head start, a jump start on all the other kids or young adults in their 20s.
Students who get to have the opportunity to do exploratory programs in the high schools, they get to find out what they don't like. And they get to find out about it before they've paid for an $80,000 education in a post-secondary field and find out, gosh, that isn't what I wanted to do. The other thing that's equally as important is that they get to figure out what they do like.
I've got kids that are hands-on learners, and this is what they do. They're not your traditional, I'm going to sit at a desk or I'm going to sit at a computer kind of kids. They're not going to do it. It will not happen. So they need access to something where they can use their creativity and their smarts and build the world.
Boys and girls on the shop floor here in the high school shop learn to work together, learn to work problem solving together.
Skill is something that once you've got, it's yours, it's your asset that stays with you. Those that intend to go to college, I encourage them, and those that don't intend to go to college, they should still come here, and that's going to help them get a job that's paying a lot more than a minimum wage.
I love when the kids come in here, they don't know what they want to do. We start teaching them and all of a sudden they say, wow, I really like this. It doesn't have to be aerospace. And what I try to tell the kids is find what you're passionate about that you get out of here and go for that.
A hands-on applied learning where students come in and apply what they learn in their academic classes of math and science, and they get to create or apply here in projects.
I was no different than a lot of these kids, and when you're going through something like a math class, learning X, Y coordinates, and you're sitting there in the class, why do we ever need this stuff? And it's easier for them to learn that in the shop setting, applying those skills instead of just doing it on a piece of paper, never getting to see the application of it.
I think one of the greatest things about shop classes is kids can come in here and things that they've learned in other classes suddenly become applicable. Well, you get some of those kids that are on the verge of dropping out, you get them in a shop class, and all of a sudden they're saying, hey, this is what it's about for me. This is hands-on. This is what I want. This is what I really like. I want to get into this career. And then all of a sudden those kids think, well, wait a minute, if I'm going to do this, I have to learn this. And then suddenly school really becomes kind of important because they're saying, hey, there's a reason for me to be in school.
But they gotta have not just the technical skills, but they gotta have the work skills, showing up, being there, trustworthy, doing something the first time asked. All those things that come from a work setting, CorePlus gives them an actual application.
Here we're talking about CorePlus and some of the things we've done. It's given our kids lots of opportunities. We've been able to take a lot of field trips, and I think it opens those kids' eyes to the opportunities that are out there. But the greatest thing is too, is these companies come back and they want to help us. We like what you're doing. We will take your kids, we'll employ them. We want to work with you. And I think that's the power of it. Is
take the challenge and handle it and come out at the end with a beautiful finished product, or not necessarily even just welding, any aspect of their lives. They need to be able to think on their feet, think rapidly, and work it out.
If I can get my students to leave here and be able to have that can-do attitude in that they can do anything and any other person can do, I feel like I'll have achieved what I want to achieve.